Imagine for a moment that you are standing at the very edge of reality, peering into a darkness so absolute that even the concept of darkness feels like a luxury of the present. You are looking for the beginning, the ultimate origin story, the moment when everything that is was not. But what if I told you that the Big Bang wasn't a starting line, but rather a curtain rising on a stage? Welcome to Cosmic Horizon Hub, where we don't just look at the stars, we question the very void that birthed them. Today, we are embarking on a journey to answer the question, what existed before the Big Bang? It is a question that sounds simple, yet it shatters the foundations of how we perceive time and space. To understand this, we must first dismantle our intuition. We live in a world of cause and effect. You exist because your parents did. The rain falls because clouds gathered. We are prisoners of linear time. But in the realm of the ultra-early universe, the street maps of physics don't just become blurry, they disappear entirely. When we talk about the Big Bang, we are talking about a singularity, a point of infinite density and zero volume, where all the laws of physics, as we know them, effectively scream in protest and shut down. If time itself was born at that moment, asking what happened before is like asking what is north of the North Pole. It is a linguistic trap, a category error that reveals more about our biological limitations than reality. And yet, the human mind refuses to accept that there was simply nothing. We crave a narrative. Some of the brightest minds have dared to peek behind the curtain, offering us visions, terrifying and beautiful. Consider the concept of the cyclic universe. Imagine our universe not as an explosion, but as a breath. In this model, the Big Bang was actually a big bounce, where a previous universe collapsed under its own weight, compressing all its stars and black holes into an infinitesimal point, only to erupt again in expansion. Think of it like a heartbeat that spans trillions of years. In this view, we are not the first nor the last. We are merely a chapter in an infinite book that has no clear beginning and no foreseeable end. It is a comforting thought, is it not, that existence is a persistent, undying melody. But then there is the multiverse hypothesis, a landscape so vast it dwarfs our wildest imaginations. What if our Big Bang was just one bubble popping into existence in a vast, boiling sea of eternal inflation? Imagine a pot of water on a stove. As the water boils, bubbles form, expand, and drift away. Each bubble is a universe with its own physical constants, its own version of gravity, and perhaps its own life forms. In this scenario, before our Big Bang, there was simply the eternal, inflating space of the multiverse. We are living in one of those bubbles, drifting through a cosmic ocean far older and more complex than we comprehend. It challenges our ego, doesn't it? To realize our reality might be a microscopic speck in a foaming froth of universes. But let us go deeper into the realm of string theory and quantum gravity. Here, space and time are not fundamental. They are emergent. This is the edge of our knowledge, where curiosity meets the infinite. They are like the smooth surface of a painting that, when looked at under a microscope, dissolves into intricate, chaotic brushstrokes of vibrating energy strings. Some theorists suggest that before the Big Bang, there was a state of pre-geometric existence, a raw, formless soup of quantum information where distance, duration, and dimension had not yet solidified into the architecture of the cosmos. It's like a sculptor's block of marble before the chisel has touched it. The statue is already there in potential, but it lacks form. The transition from that chaotic potential to the structured universe we inhabit is the true mystery. Was it a chance occurrence? A random fluctuation in the quantum foam? Or is there a deeper, mathematical necessity that forces universes to sprout like wildflowers in a meadow? We must also address the philosophical elephant in the room, the nature of time itself. We perceive time as an arrow. But Einstein showed us that time is relative. It bends, it stretches, and it slows down near massive objects. If time is a dimension, like length or width, then it exists in its entirety at once. The past, the present, and the future are all part of the same block of space-time. In this block universe model, the Big Bang is not an event that happened then, but a boundary that defines our slice of reality. From a higher dimensional perspective, the entirety of the universe, from its first nanosecond to its final cold decay, is a static structure. If this is true, the question of what came before becomes even more elusive. because before and after are merely coordinates. We are like characters in a film, asking what the actors were doing before the projector was turned on. The actors didn't exist in the same way, yet the film, as a reel, was already there. As we grapple with these concepts, we must remain humble. Science is not just a collection of facts, it is the art of asking better questions. Every time we think we have touched the hem of the truth, we find that the mystery is far deeper, far wider. Whether our universe is a cycle, a bubble in a multiverse, or a holographic projection from a lower dimensional source, one thing is certain. We are part of a grand, unfolding drama that began long before our ancestors looked up at the night sky and wondered what it meant to exist. We are the universe trying to understand itself. We are the eyes of the cosmos, staring back into the abyss of our own origins. And perhaps the true beauty lies not in finding a final answer, but in the audacity of the search itself. The void is not empty. It is pregnant with possibilities, with mathematics, and with the raw, untamed energy of creation. Think of the vacuum state, the quantum field that persists even when we remove all matter, all light, and all heat. Even in that absolute zero of space, there is a flickering of virtual particles popping into existence and annihilating themselves in a heartbeat. This is the quantum foam, a microscopic turbulence that suggests the vacuum is never truly empty. If this bubbling activity can occur on such a tiny scale, could the entire universe have emerged from a singular fluctuation within such a field? It suggests that our existence is a natural consequence of the fundamental restlessness of energy itself. Nothingness, it turns out, is a physical impossibility. Reality demands to exist. And what of the big freeze or the big crunch? The theoretical endpoints of our current cycle. If we are in a cyclic model, we are currently living in a period of rapid expansion, the aftermath of a massive release of potential energy. But the laws of entropy dictate that order always tends toward disorder. Could it be that our universe is slowly winding down, like a clockwork toy running out of tension, only to eventually settle into a state of maximum entropy, a state of perfect stillness from which the next cycle begins? Or is there something more profound, something that transcends the physical altogether? Some cosmologists touch upon the Hartley-Hawking state, a proposal that treats the beginning of the universe as a purely spatial dimension, removing the need for a start in time. By using complex numbers to rotate time into space, the universe becomes a finite but boundaryless entity, like the surface of a sphere. You can walk forever on a sphere and never find a start or an endpoint. In this framework, the universe simply is. It does not require a cause, because there is no before. It is a self-contained, self-referential, mathematical miracle. This perspective forces us to confront our own cognitive architecture. We are evolved creatures, built to survive on the African savanna, not to visualize higher dimensional manifolds or nonlinear time. Our brains are effectively biological computers running software optimized for a three-dimensional world. When we step outside this environment, our intuition fails us. But that failure is not a wall, it is a gateway. It is an invitation to use mathematics, the language of the gods, to transcend our sensory limitations. When we look into the cosmic microwave background, the afterglow of the Big Bang, we are seeing light that has traveled for eons. It is a fossilized whisper of the beginning. As we refine our technology, as we build better telescopes, as we map the gravitational waves that rippled through spacetime, we are getting closer to reading the fine print of creation. Every data point is a clue, a piece of a puzzle that spans the history of existence. We are not just observers, we are participants. Each of us is composed of atoms forged in the hearts of dying stars, which were formed from the primordial gas of the Big Bang. We are the literal legacy of that initial event. We are the history of the universe contained within a biological shell. And as we continue to study the origins of the cosmos, we are essentially studying our own family tree, extending back to the very first moment of light. This quest is not just about physics, it is about finding our place. It is about realizing that we are connected, not just to each other, but to the very fabric of space-time itself. We are, in the words of Carl Sagan, star stuff. And that star stuff is finally waking up, looking back at the darkness and asking, where did I come from? This journey is ongoing. There is no final chapter yet written. Every new discovery in particle physics, every new observation brings us one step closer to unveiling the true nature of the before. Perhaps the truth is beyond our current vocabulary. Perhaps it requires a new kind of physics, a synthesis of gravity and quantum mechanics that remains the holy grail of modern science. But the pursuit is noble. It is the most human of all endeavors, to seek understanding in the face of the unknown. We are the species that dares to ask the impossible, and in doing so, we define our own worth. We are not merely inhabitants of a rock circling a mediocre star. We are sentient nodes in the vast interconnected web of the cosmos. As we conclude this exploration, remember that you are a part of this unfolding mystery. Your curiosity is the same energy that expanded the universe. Your questions are the echo of that first great "Let there be." Keep looking up, keep questioning, and never lose that sense of wonder that drew you to the stars. The universe is waiting to be understood, one mystery at a time. What part of this cosmic narrative resonates with you the most? Does the idea of a cycle, a multiverse, or something even more exotic stir your imagination? Let's push the boundaries of this conversation. Drop your wildest theories, your deepest questions, and your thoughts on the nature of reality in the comments below. Let's turn this comment section into a digital laboratory of ideas. If you found this dive into the origins of existence enlightening, do me a huge favor and hit that like button. It tells the algorithm that there are others out there who crave this kind of intellectual adventure. And of course, if you haven't yet joined our ranks here at Cosmic Horizon Hub, hit that subscribe button and tap the bell icon. By doing so, you become a permanent member of our mission to map the unknown, to explore the edges of reality, and to bring the wonders of the cosmos into our living rooms. We release new expeditions into the deepest mysteries of space every single week, and you won't want to miss a single second of our journey. Thank you for being a part of the Cosmic Horizon Hub family, for your time, your intellect, and your shared wonder. Until our next journey, keep questioning, keep dreaming, and stay curious about the infinite. The universe is a beautiful, complex, and deeply mysterious place, and we are just getting started. I'll see you in the next one, where we will dive even deeper into the heart of the cosmic unknown. Keep your eyes on the horizon. The truth is out there, and together we are going to find it. Remember, in this vast, sprawling dance of light and shadow, you are the most significant thing that could ever happen to the universe. Your perspective is the one that gives it meaning. Never forget that. The quest for the before is truly the quest for the us. And that in itself is the most beautiful discovery of all.